Inact. Activity serves.
Ini lah.
No purpose whatsoever.
What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. What is it? Have you figured it? Why'd you jump up on?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean...
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Works too...
I wasn't paying close enough attention. I think you're right.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you... I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outside...
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look...
Leave it to me. I'll find some...
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And you don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights.
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay up.
Yeah. This
Even though you say he's the balladeer. Oh, alright.
this should be enough. Guess I should wash them before. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted.
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
Alah, kau ni dah banyak ya, kenapa ya ni juga kau tahu?
A puppet?
Huh?
You were right.
I guess you do know me after all. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more of him.
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return,
That's
let me take these back. Then I'll come with you.
Then let's return to the
Tak nampak ni sana. Tadi bijak.
Here you go, boss.
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the...
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to... Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is...
But I don't...
Kau tengok part lainnya. Hai dulu.
No. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run...
Thank you. All right, done. Thank...
Kenapa kita kena kerja? Kesian.
What's wrong?
Hello. I do apologize for the...
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember it. You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a...
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to... I don't like to rely on using terms like this. Oh, like a past life? Yes. Something far more distant than the...
Okay. I have to ask. Oh, okay. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to... If it's that difficult to talk about, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something you care a lot?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many... You nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. As a non-human being, You hated gods and you drifted from place to place, never able to settle. Actions rooted in persistence.
I gave everything I had.
In terms of the outcome.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific...
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong.
It seems like my previous incarnation...
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah.
If we were enemies, what...
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some rip. He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom,
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you them.
Please, I want to see them.
Even though it will cause your present self...
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that...
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him?
Don't worry.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Oh, good point. Given your,
Understood.
Thank you.
No matter what
Ayo. Ini apa? Mana? Ada.
this looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted. These memories will show you the raw truth.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
you don't need to do this for me. I don't...
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that...
Alright.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation.
Is that because this is...
You could say...
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in shock,
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
in the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are...
During the Tatarisuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarisuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had...
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face.
No.
Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
is where you were born?
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died. And then my dad got sick.
Bukan kata itu.
He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't.
Yup, we're family now. This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call it. After his mother died, the child stayed after leaving Tatarasuna. The ballad.
What happened to the child?
He died from his illness while he was still very young.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone.
Let's keep going.
Sebenarnya aku sobek. Ni this A, you know this A. Ni je tu problem. Bad. Kemana pula?
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Coming so to art. So let's... Don't waste my breath. Torn to oblivion.
I miscalculated. This place is dark.
Paimon knows in the original version of events, the trap.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And
Good.
hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me?
What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being...
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never failed to find...
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. Do you remember the last time you were here?
Kan?
That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now.
Tak kena Junyoran hidup lagi.
Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Ah, betul lah kalau ikutkan Junyoran hidup lagi.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire. Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this.
Yes.
Cepat lah.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Take Your life is mine. Give up. Shine down. Everybody stand back. Inazuma shines eternal.
Let me amuse myself.
Absurd.
Just once more.
Ini bukan scene yang Miko patut tolong savekan dia. Savekan traveler kan? Cepatlah aku dah cakap. Udah yang pergi. Ni.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Alamak, ini pembukaannya.
Is that
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible.
Nothing worse than what I've been through.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they'd think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
the doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creep.
Let's move on.
Dia boleh skip. Apa lah baca?
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you.
In your eyes? Are there?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But what?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. As a puppet living in a human world, my life...
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. Are you sure you...
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. But then I met you. And I finally realized... I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return. You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Malah ni.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end. This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
You got any more stupid questions? Feeble human! Ha! Yeah! Ah! Ha! Cha! Ha! Ka! Ha! Ha! At my command, you shall fall! Feeble human! The wind rises. Cry louder! Insignificant past! My endless cycle begins! Nothing worth mentioning. Feeble human! The wind rises. Insignificant
You dare to gaze upon me?
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to... Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they...
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can... Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people. These are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your...
Indeed.
Do you regret doing all that when you...
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's what...
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it. Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into just... Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well. I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor, and I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be... I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. Some things in this world can... Everything that you feel is real and lasts. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose what...
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway...
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings.
Anemo. Ini siapa? Sweety ni kan. Di grand ke dia.
The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the...
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty dark.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal.
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick it.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I...
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
No! Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after...
Have you got anything?
There is a limit on number you can so this should be okay. Disclaimer reservation. Okay, why not end kita pergi di Hikari. Hikari.
Are you sure? Oh, all right. If you say so.
There! Now you have it.
What about a nickname? Are you... Take your time. I don't need to see you. Everyone who manipulated me...
You mean...
The doctor.
Now that your stance has changed...
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know.
I see.
Huh? But...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. What's that look for? That day will come. All right. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant.
Yeah, true. But even so we can finally go eat?
Thank you both.
So, dalam minggu dia tukar tau dalam appearance. Jadi aku si... Patut jadi Miku aku nak kan.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a... The dark clouds had dissipated, but they can... Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that All these expressions of joy melted down in the... Life is a story too long to be told. A journey that...
Kok bisa apik tadi?
So, well, what do we have here?